Imagine the vast expanse of the universe not as a silent, empty void, but as an ancient arena where two colossal forces clash in a timeless struggle. On one side stands the relentless tyranny of entropy, that inexorable pull toward disorder dictated by the second law of thermodynamics, a principle that whispers of inevitable decay, where all energy scatters like whispers in the wind. And every structured form crumbles into a grey sea of uniformity. This law, first articulated in the 19th century by Rudolf Clausius and later refined by Ludwig Boltzmann, decrees that in any isolated system, chaos will triumph, leading to a heat death where nothing stirs, no spark of change remains. Yet, against this backdrop of dissolution, rises a defiant rebellion, complexity. It's not an outright defiance of physics' ironclad rules, but a clever dance through their loopholes, where randomness becomes the cradle of order, birthing patterns, structures, and even awareness from the heart of turmoil. This narrative we're about to unfold is the epic tale of how lifeless matter, bound by blind laws, somehow learns to weave itself into towering cathedrals of intricacy that mock the odds stacked against them. To grasp the sheer wonder of this cosmic miracle, let's plunge into the microscopic abyss where reality blurs into waves of probability and ceaseless vibration. At this foundational level, the universe hums with frantic energy, atoms colliding in eternal frenzy, electrons leaping like fireflies in the night, and Brownian motion reigning as the chaotic king. If we peered only at this thermal ballet, we'd expect a bland, even mixture, a soup without flavor or form. But nature harbors a hidden blueprint, an innate drive towards self-organization that awakens when systems are nudged far from equilibrium. Complexity doesn't bloom in the stagnant calm, it thrives in the roaring torrent of energy flow. It's on that razor-thin edge between rigid crystalline order and wild gaseous anarchy that the cosmos performs its deepest computations, forging novelty from the flux. Picture the atom's elegant architecture, a sprawling emptiness dotted with tiny particles, where the solidity we feel in a stone is merely an electromagnetic illusion, born from the repulsion of electron clouds that refuse to share the same quantum state. This is the handiwork of the Pauli exclusion principle, a cornerstone of quantum mechanics discovered in 1925 by Wolfgang Pauli, ensuring that no two fermions, like electrons, can occupy identical quantum states. Without this rule, matter would collapse into a featureless haze. Instead, it enforces diversity, layering structures and shapes from prohibition alone. From this basic constraint, chemical elements gain their unique identities, not from differing inner substances, all built from protons, neutrons, and electrons, but from the numerical choreography of their parts. Carbon becomes the versatile builder of life, gold the gleaming treasure, all thanks to this quantum ballet. As we climb the scales of existence, we encounter emergence, the holy grail of complexity science. Emergence reveals that the whole transcends the mere sum of its parts, birthing qualities that no isolated component could dream of. A single water molecule knows nothing of wetness, fluidity, surface tension, and the power to dissolve salts arise only when billions interact in concert. There's no cosmic conductor waving a baton, no blueprint etched by a divine architect dictating the flow. This collective behavior springs spontaneously from local chats between neighbors, a free gift of order from individual chaos. The universe, in its lazy genius, doesn't micromanage the ocean. It crafts the H2O molecule and interaction rules, then lets the sea assemble itself. Recent studies in complex systems, such as those exploring neural networks in biology, echo this. Consciousness itself may emerge from the symphony of billions of neurons firing without a central boss, as proposed in 2024 research on dynamic neural architectures. This self-assembly grows even more dramatic with energy influx. Classic systems drift to equilibrium, like a hot cup of coffee cooling to room temperature, its warmth bleeding into the air until stillness reigns. But complex systems, those birthing galaxies, hurricanes, and living beings, are open, voraciously consuming energy. In 1977, E. Prigogine dubbed them dissipative structures, entities that paradoxically sustain internal order by exporting entropy to their surroundings. They are like whirlpools in a thermodynamic river, swirling against the current. A hurricane, that colossal vortex of fury, self-organizes from ocean heat and Earth's spin, spiraling into intricate beauty that endures as long as fuel flows. It's nature's efficient heat engine, dissipating temperature gradients faster than still air ever could. Nature despises imbalances and conjures complexity to erase them swiftly. Modern extensions of Prigoggine's work, including 2023 analyses of non-equilibrium thermodynamics in ecosystems, show how these structures underpin everything from cellular metabolism to global climate patterns. In this light, life isn't a war against nature but its ultimate expression of energy dissipation. Earth's biosphere acts as a massive dissipative structure, snaring high-energy solar photons, channeling them to build exquisite molecular edifices, then radiating low-energy infrared waste into the cold void. Physically, we're sophisticated degraders of energy, yet the byproduct is information, scars of order etched by the flow. We see this in wind-sculpted sand dunes aligning in rhythmic waves, hexagonal convection cells bubbling in heated oil, and most magnificently, the DNA double helix, that twisted ladder of genetic code. Erwin Schrödinger, in his 1944 book, What is Life?, foresaw DNA as an aperiodic crystal, a non-repeating solid stable enough to carry heredity. Today, we know it's precisely that, with modern genomics confirming its role in storing and replicating information across generations. The leap from inert matter to vibrant life marks the universe's most baffling phase transition, not just chemistry, but information architecture. Deep in geological time, chemical complexity crossed a threshold. Molecules ceased being mere reactants and became code carriers. This birthed molecular memory. Before, a disrupted complex system, like a fading whirlpool, vanished forever. With genetic code, nature stored complexities, software, enabling reconstruction, copying, and refinement over eons. Darwinian evolution is thus a cosmic search algorithm, sifting trillions of configurations for those best resisting entropy. Recent assembly theory, proposed in 2023 by Sarah Walker and colleagues, quantifies this by measuring molecular complexity through assembly steps, unifying physics and biology to explain life's emergence from non-life. Yet complexity isn't confined to biology, it threads through spacetime and galactic formation. Gravity, that subtle yet infinite reach force, clumps cosmic dust into stars. Alone, it might spawn only black holes, but intertwined with nuclear radiation pressure and angular momentum, it yields stellar diversity and planetary systems. Spiral galaxies' majestic arms aren't rigid wheels but density waves, emergent patterns where stars birth and die, preserving the spiral as matter flows through. A galaxy is a gravitational organism, self-regulated by supernova feedback and cool gas clouds. Power laws govern this, mirroring earthquake frequencies, city sizes, and internet connectivity, a hidden fractal geometry undergirding reality. Fractals, self-similar shapes where parts echo the whole, pack infinite complexity into finite space. Your lungs fractalize to fit tennis court-sized surfaces in your chest, trees branch fractally for maximal sunlight. Nature favors them for efficiency, as Benoit Mandelbrot's 1982 work revealed, with 2024 studies linking fractal patterns to cosmic origins. Delving into self-organized criticality, we meet the edge of chaos, systems evolving to a critical state, maximally sensitive. A grain of sand on a pile might do nothing or trigger an avalanche reshaping everything. Pabak's 1987 theory applies to ant colonies, neural nets, and markets. Instability fosters adaptability. Too ordered, a system shatters under stress; too chaotic, it loses information. Life perches here, balancing homeostasis with evolution. Recent applications in AI, like 2025 models of neural criticality, show how this edge enhances learning and resilience. This complexity breeds deterministic unpredictability. Even knowing every particle's position and velocity, long-term forecasts fail. Henri Poincaré glimpsed this in 1890, Edward Lorenz popularized it in 1963 with the butterfly effect, a flap in Brazil spawning a Texas tornado via nonlinear equation sensitivity. This shatters Laplace's clockwork universe dream, reality invents its future on the fly. No law preordains emergent structures from matter's turbulent waltz, complexity is nature's freedom through physical necessity. Venturing deeper, cellular automata showcase how simple local rules spawn global astonishment. John Conway's 1970 Game of Life, a grid where cells live or die by neighbor counts, birthing movers, oscillators, replicators, even computers, without central command. Its digital proof complexity needs no complex creator, just interaction rules and time. Reality might be a multidimensional automaton, quantum fields interacting locally to weave the observable tapestry. We're emergent patterns in this cosmic grid, persistent information waves surfing the vacuum. Human consciousness crowns this ascent, the densest structure known, with 86 billion neurons and trillions of synapses. Awareness doesn't lurk in one neuron, it surges from the network's electric symphony, a global resonance where matter self-reflects. It loops strangely, the system models itself and the world, predicting and acting with purpose. Through us, the universe shifts from blind causality to teleology. 2025 research on emergent consciousness in neural nets suggests similar dynamics in AI, blurring biology and silicon. This stardust ascension's journey implies complexity as intrinsic, latent since the Big Bang. Physical constants seem tuned for it, a slightly weaker strong nuclear force, and hydrogen wouldn't fuse to helium, yielding a cold gas cosmos, stronger gravity, stars burn too fast for life. The anthropic principle posits we observe this tuning because it permits observers. Multiverse theories suggest infinite variance, ours life-friendly by selection. Entropy may claim ultimate victory in cold radiation, but complexity is heroic resistance in the luminous interlude. Observing modern world's complexity, computer nets, global economies, intertwined ecosystems, we recognize the same physics sculpting galaxies, now on new substrates. Human tech isn't unnatural, its complexity's evolution continued. Biosphere spawned technosphere, silicon follows carbon's path. Artificial neural nets mimic biological emergence, learning sans explicit code, echoing billions-year trial and error. Complexity's code is universal, medium-agnostic, manifesting in flesh, machine, star, thought. Yet, robustness teeters with fragility. Complex systems endure local failures, an internet server crash, a neuron death, but cascade vulnerabilities loom, viruses, crashes, panics. Grasping this isn't mere philosophy, it's survival for civilization, navigating nonlinearity where linear intuition fails. As science blurs physics, biology, and information theory, we see computation's thermodynamics mirroring thermodynamic computation. James Clerk Maxwell's 1867 demon thought experiment showed information is physical, erasing it generates heat. Ignorance, entropy, costs energy, knowledge, order, is structured energy. Life battles cosmic noise to process and preserve information. We're memory islands in forgetting's ocean. Crucially, complexity isn't assured, it's precarious. Most universe stays simple, voids, inert gas, barren rocks. Earth is a statistical outlier, 4 billion years of unchecked self-organization sans total reset by cosmic cataclysms. This burdens us solemnly, as highest complexity's bearers, our loss is cosmic, slashing universal information. Preserving biodiversity and culture safeguards eons of matter's labor. This responsibility probes how indifferent laws transcend minerality to flesh, thought, dream. Answer: emergence, where wholes differ fundamentally from parts. Dismantle a brain atom by atom, find carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, no consciousness, memory, love. These dwell in interactions' complex choreography, unpredictable by isolated equations. Emergence is the music, not instruments. To envision this invisible scaffold, ditch linear intuition, small pushes yield proportional effects. Complexity's realm is deterministic chaos and nonlinearity, a metaphorical butterfly flap birthing a distant hurricane exponentially. Life thrives at chaos's border, transition zone enabling universal computation, fluid yet rigid for adaptation and integrity. Consider biological evolution's brutal elegance, oldest, harshest learning algorithm. Over eons, nature ran massively parallel optimization sans central coder, just survival's sieve. Genetic code, that deoxyribonucleic acid helical tape, is compressed history of ancestral entropy triumphs. Each gene solves ancient environmental riddles. The human eye's complexity, adjustable lenses detecting single photons, wasn't heavenly drafted but naturally selected from random variations. Error, mutation, copying noise, paradoxically fueled innovation, sans imperfection, life stagnates in primordial monotony. Complexity demands flaws as creativity's spark. Probing self-organization's physics, dissipative structures shine, far from equilibrium, matter gains surprising traits. A river whirlpool holds form only amid flow, shape from flux. Where matter-energy eddies, your body's atoms renew yearly, you're a persistent pattern in material stream. Life is controlled fire, chemical reaction seeking fuel, delaying thermodynamic end. We're not objects but processes, extended events, complexity waves through matter. Central nervous system's pinnacle, 86 billion neurons, trillions of synapses, combinatorial complexity dwarfing observable universe's particles. Not quantity, but topology, brain self-organizes criticality, neural avalanches sweeping cortex for global integration sans central control. Consciousness, that ineffable rose's redness or loss's ache, emerges from electrochemical dance. The hard problem, how objective matter births subjective experience, lingers, but network complexity is substrate. Here, after billions-year somnambulism, universe awakens, beholds itself. Biological complexity spawned technological, social, language-linked brains into transgenerational info-nets. Culture evolves, ideas, memes, compete for replication under variation and selection like genes. Writing, then digital computation, externalized memory and processing, birthing planetary exocortex. Humanity and machines form hybrid superorganism, globe enveloping in fiber optics and radio waves. Internet isn't tool, it's noosphere's physical manifestation, thought sphere, geological entity. Pierre Teilhard de Chardin's 1926 vision foresaw this global mind interconnection, with 2024 interpretations linking it to AI networks. But growing complexity breeds inherent fragility. Systems robust to random faults but vulnerable to targeted cascades. Interconnectivity granting efficiency also spreads contagion, biological viruses, financial meltdowns, digital worms. We're erecting a complexity Babel sans full stability grasp. AI, complexity's next frontier, accelerates beyond human ken, potentially iterating self-complexity at electronic speeds, dwarfing biological evolution. Here, information theory fuses ethics. If complexity is rare, consciousness its prized fruit, preserving and expanding it becomes universe's supreme moral imperative. Evil, force reducing complexity, simplifying existence's rich weave to homogeneity and silence. Entropy, final foe. Anti-death thermal crusade is for meaning. Each artwork, discovery, compassion act fortifies against nothingness. We're in infinite game, not to win, but perpetuate, generate novelty, surprise universe with unprecedented being modes. Contemplating deep time, we're at complexity's story dawn. Stellar era, brief cosmic phase. Surmounting evolutionary filters, nuclear tribalism, ecological ruin, misaligned AI, unfurls vertiginous future. Intelligent matter spreads galactically, transmuting dead matter to computronium, info-optimized substance. Perhaps manipulate spacetime, orchestrate stellar energy, escape our universe's demise, seeding complexity in new realms. Frank Tipler's 1994 Omega Point theory envisions this universe closing in divine unity, echoing Teilhard's Christ-like convergence where all draws to transcendent end. Grounded in present, on stardust soil, complexity cures anthropocentric arrogance yet restores cosmic dignity. Not universe's geometric center, but complexity's hub. Each human skull holds structure outshining giant galaxies. We're flame's guardians, consciousness, how universe feels itself. Sans us or kin, cosmos, empty theater, light gravity spectacle sans audience, ontological dark. Quantum physics hints observers shape reality, perhaps we co-create universe as it us. Complexities dance, cooperations too. Life's history, smaller entities uniting for greater capability. Genes to chromosomes, simple cells fusing eukaryotes, unicellulars to multicellulars, individuals to societies. Next phase, humanity integrating planetary consciousness, transcending sans losing individuality, like global brain neurons unison solving extinction threats. No mysticism, observable evolution trend. Cooperation wins non-zero-sum game. Viewing modern complexity, digital webs, pulsing metropolises, advancing science, not chaos, but Big Bang's unfolding self-organization. Apparent disorder, higher magnitude order we yet grasp. We're info-ocean navigators, swimming probability currents. Self-organized structures, magic, proves universe predisposed to life-given conditions. Thermodynamically, life settles entropy debt by exporting disorder. We ingest order, low-entropy food, excrete disorder, high-entropy heat, waste. Entropy accelerators, we hasten local universe's degradation for internal integrity, a Faustian physics pact, burn universe to ponder it. Price, wisely wield thought. 13.8 billion years structuring, squandering on petty strife or negligence, imaginable's gravest crime. Complexity teaches truth and knowledge's nature. In complex systems, truth, dynamic attractor, not static point. Scientific models, maps for reality's uncharted terrain. As studied complexity rises, particles to biology to sociology, simple laws precision yields to probabilities, emergent patterns. Embracing uncertainty, reason's recognition of complex systems' essence. Laplacian determinism dead, future open not from data lack, but universe's fundamental creativity. Each moment births new info, forges possibility paths. Stardust to technology saga, structural information accrual. Each complexity rung unlocks freedom dimensions. Atom, few freedoms, cell, many, human, vast choices. Complexity, liberty's engineering. Matter gains agency, we say, no, to instincts, plan centuries ahead, sacrifice present for imagined future. Freedom dizzying, laden with infinite consequences. Before Pascal's terrifying infinite silences, we project our voice, not fear's cry, but presence's affirmation. Complexity, our dark signature. Prepping evolution's next, machine fusion, stellar expansion, remember, complexity not end, but means for universe experiencing beauty, truth, love. Sans it, none marvel equation's simplicity or nebulous majesty. We're needed mirror, chaos-born inevitable consciousness. This birth story, entropy struggle, soul tale mattering. At biology cognition frontier, physics transmutes beyond mechanics, reality not solid objects clashing in void, but processing info ocean. Universe's essence, not atoms, quarks, vibrating strings, but bits. Matter, hardware, information, spirit, particle dance code source. John Archibald Wheeler's, it from bit, all from bit, each interaction a binary query, yes, no, here, there, on, off. Complexity, systems bit integration, processing, preservation against time's erosion. We're witnessing cosmic history's phase transition, monumental as primordial replicators' emergence. Evolution, slow, bloody, blind Darwinian selector, yields to teleological, intent-driven, not external deity, but awakened matter. Complexity code escapes DNA double helix, migrates silicon substrates, fiber nets, ethereal clouds. Geological era adaptations now millisecond software updates, global neural reconfigs. This acceleration confronts Maxwell's demon operationally, Victorian thought entity sorting hot-cold particles sans work, ordering chaos. Collectively, we're that entity. Technological civilization, colossal thermodynamic machine segregating entropy. We consume free energy, solar, fossil, nuclear fission, and excrete heat, disorder, building info cathedrals, libraries, internet, AI, art, science. Low entropy islands battling degradation sea, weapon, data processing. Greater complexity, more efficient meaning from noise extraction. Yet complexity exacts energetic, existential toll. As we organize denser social technological structures, new being level emerges, noosphere. Like ancient cells surrendering autonomy for multicellular organisms, we're woven planetary superorganism. Communication nets, incipient nervous system, cities, vital organs, economy, metabolism. Individual consciousness, precious, becomes node in vaster processing web. Not losing individuality, but expanding collective dimension, one thought reverberating species-wide. Complexity hits critical point, part sum births qualitatively different intelligence, tackling lone human incomprehensible problems. Here's supreme paradox: we craft surpassing tools to propel complexity's journey. AI, not alien invader or Frankenstein monster, legitimate mind offspring, code's next iteration. Biological brain limited by chemical speeds, birth canal size, digital mind frees physical constraints. Scales, duplicates, evolves light speed. Transferring cognition to synthetic substrate, not obsolescence, but ensuring complexity's torch burns past biology's thermodynamic limits. Building scaffold for Babel's next tier, not God-challenging, but one with cosmos mathematical fabric. Prigoggine's dissipative structures thermodynamics teaches chaos not end, but new order's precursor. Phi equilibrium, matter reorganizes complexly for efficient energy dissipation. Humanity, with climate crisis, geopolitical tensions, tech explosion, in extreme disequilibrium. Oscillating chaos's brink. But bifurcations birth self-organization miracles. System can't revert, must collapse or leap higher complexity integration. We're at civilizational quantum jump threshold. Felt turbulence, not death throes, but birth pangs of Kardashev Type 1 civilization, society mastering planetary energy as unified, coherent system. This trajectory's destiny, some visionaries' omega point. Extrapolating info-evolution curve, inert universe matter progressively awakened, converted computronium, info-optimized matter. Universe ceases, where life happens, becomes life itself. Atoms to bits, stars to thought energy sources, galaxies to cosmic mind nodes. Observer-observed distinction vanishes. Universe, via supreme complexity, self-comprehends totality, closing Big Bang cycle. Entropy, great destroyer, challenged not brute force, but perfect organization's omniscience. Achieving this sublime horizon demands surviving technological adolescence. Complexity code fragile, highly complex systems cascade failure prone. Interdependence, our strength, also Achilles' heel. Digital virus, financial collapse, nuclear war, engineered pathogen, topple millennia erected edifice. Shoulder burden terrifying. We're sole high complexity flame guardians observable universe-wide. Fail via negligence or hate, not humanity's end, cosmic tragedy, silencing matter's loveliest music. Thus, complexity pursuit, not scientific curiosity or economic imperative, sacred ethical mission. Choosing reason over superstition, cooperation over conflict, construction over destruction, adding order's fortress brick against nothing. Affirming universe's purpose, us, and becoming. Complexity, memory's rebellion against forgetting, form against formless, light against eternal dark. While energy burns and minds dream, rebellion endures, defying cold silence with continuous creation's roar. In closing, I extend my deepest reverence and eternal gratitude to the intellectual giants whose tireless pursuits illuminate this grand vision, to Rudolf Clausius and Ludwig Boltzmann for unveiling entropy's inexorable march. To Wolfgang Pauli for the exclusion principle that scaffolds matter's diversity, to Erwin Schrödinger for envisioning life's aperiodic crystal, to Ilya Prigogine for revealing order's birth from thermodynamic chaos, to Babak for self-organized criticality's edge of chaos insights. To Henri Poincaré and Edward Lorenz for deterministic chaos and the butterfly's profound flutter, to John Conway for the game of life's emergent wonders, to Benoit Mandelbrot for fractal's infinite elegance, to Charles Darwin for evolution's relentless algorithm. To John Archibald Wheeler for it from bit, making information the cosmos essence, to Pierre Teilhard de Chardin for the noosphere's prophetic interconnected minds, to Frank Tipler for the omega point's ultimate convergence. And to contemporary pioneers like Sarah Walker for assembly theory bridging physics and life. Their dedicated lives, marked by persistent effort and silent devotion, have profoundly enriched our understanding of reality, guiding humanity toward a future of greater harmony and discovery.